I believe that in here the economics and social survey agent specific that boosting affordable and long-term financing for government. Basically, that a survey the United Nations, the ESCAP doing in the perspective to have the government in Asia and specific countries can do more sustainable and affordable financing solutions. In here, I guess it's a highlight more than the full report, but we go through about that quickly. There's this term in there. It's not really hard to understand. Okay, Secretary General, Department key takeaway. All right. So we see the area have a weaker purchasing power. Yeah, that inflation, different terms, the same game. Job opportunity and deeper income and gender inequality, still the same thing. Near-term economics prospect, several downsides mean we still not get out of depressions. Okay, policy still challenge. China economic slowdown. Geopolitics tension is still around. Okay, survey examine. Okay, see that how country and the region a donor multilateral development bank and credit rating agency can boost the viability of affordable long-term financing. So we're looking for more credit support and donor to help other country. Okay, large amount of financing gap and high availability in stock. Okay, share political interest. So that means that we put priority on financial gap and support, and then the political interest, which is not really worked in now today. Applying technology, yeah, pretty much has go. Well, okay, let's see what the first highlight showing on how to boosting affordable and long-term financing of a global megatrend. What's a global megatrend? Here's a global megatrend. This is how to see the big picture. How fiscal policy impact the first megatrend, demographic shift, right? Young people, new generation, how they behave, climate change, the thing that we try to ignore, but it's happened. And third one, technology, the advancement, not only AI thing, but also other biology and other energy technology. So we see that in the MIT 10 big advanced technology in 2024, we have last time 10 of them, right? Not only AI. Okay, sizing opportunity, manage the risk. So we need new policy. We need policy synthesize. This means they have a circle of sustainable policy and policy making really agile. Okay. Okay, now we see that the context of public investment is difficult. Why? That's why we short of funding for SDG. First, large financial need. Of course, the economy go down, credit is dry. That's why, and the government is spending a little bit too much. Second, surging borrowing rate. It means that the interest rate is so high. Why inflation? Why we run out of credit? Why we wanted to stop inflation? That's why we got to increase the interest rate. So we don't let people borrow that much easy. Cut out of the cash supply, the money supply, generally speaking, in the market. So now the inflation will go down a little bit. A lot of people will be bankrupt, but the rest could be try to be lending to lower inflation until the next circle expansion economy. Okay, shorter loan maturity. Yeah, this happen related to another tools of their national bank to control of the money supply. Well, monetary policy on copy of the Fed monetary policy try to be reversed in maturity on the government bond, treasury bonds with different period to deal with the high volatility of the market and the high interest rate. Okay, national policy action. What they do, fiscal revenue mobilization. Yeah, hopefully they can do it. Okay, sizable household saving. Okay, a functioning capital market. Okay, what is still a little bit challenge? Now, how the multilateral development cooperation? First, we need more donor, which is really hard, which is also related to the nonprofit sector, where we are. Second, we have multilateral development banks, like IMF or World Bank. They got to do something to support. And credit rating agency, which is other agency giving each of country a little bit more generous credit rating, so they can loan much better money with a accessible rate. Yeah, so it's basically just get the country loan easier. Okay, have chapter 1, macroeconomy, prospect, challenge, and policy. We'll have a steady growth, moderate inflation in 23. Yeah, it's all right. But it still have the high cost of living. Oh, and economic basically uncertain. Subdued job creation and risk of rising poverty inequality remaining concerning is mean that we're still in high inflation and weak employment. People still struggle to find a job. And still have the impact of COVID. 42 million more people in the region is going to extremely poverty. Yeah. But the near-term economic prospect face various downside risks. Yeah. Inflation is still key, maintain highly relatively high. Yeah, we see the CPI every quarter that Fed release. Showing up how the interest rate, cannot go down that we expect to do because now people can hard to get the money out, and they try to keep the market slow down a little bit because it's still too hot, and people still spending a lot of money for leisure resort, that which is aka the inflation and the going downside of the money purchasing power to keep money in the bank. You basically lost 7 or 8% per year because how the interest rate inflation eating you. Um, okay. Fiscal, yeah, the same thing. Fiscal condition to be tight, which is mean the interest rate high. You hard to lending out money to investing production. That's why it's called tight. Okay, China economic go down. And for policy consideration in navigating challenging economic condition, what does that mean? Central bank is a policy who in charge of the monetary policy try to be inflation control and financial sustainability. Gotta do revenue mobilization, public spending efficiency, we get less spending, right? And do better debt management. Yeah, which is pretty hard. Okay, navigating macroeconomics. So we more focus on macroeconomic than the micro one because that's how the sustainable development work. We see the context in here first. The pandemic it still have impact up there. High cost of living after the pandemic is still high and still have no side to go down in this year. If we have we have the CPI still high. And rising interest rate, of course, is rising because that's how the central bank want to control the money supply to slow down the market expansion. Okay, impact on people and government, wider income inequality, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, malnutrition and food insecurity because of disruption of the supply chain. That's why we don't have enough food for some sort of people. 42 million jumping back to extremely poverty, and not include other people living in rural area. Rising vulnerable employment is mean more people get fired, lost their job because of company closing, factory closing, or they move to a different country. Or they just cannot compete with the technology and follow up with a new bigger trend. Okay, higher public debt level. Well, pretty bad. It's my because of the government spending it too much than their ability and the credit to pay it back. And keep get higher, especially in Asia and Pacific region. Let's see, 42 put back extreme poverty. Government interest payment, almost 40% of health spending. Yeah, we don't have enough money to support for health spending because we gotta pay too much interest of what we spend, what we loan. Policy consideration, domestic policy, what every country should do with their own market. Try control inflation. Okay, try boosting demand, mainstream gender issue, policy making. Yeah, we try, but yeah, no data to show that effective or not. International long-term financing for developing countries mean we have a long-term loan. Hopefully we got it, but if the credit agency said that you not have good credit to pay it, you're basically gonna bankrupt. Like we have a lot of cases that the whole country bankrupt, not happy. The next one, new international debt relief mechanism. We try to, so now you cannot pay it back to debt, and the credit is up, so to keep in the circle of poor. We try to find a way, basically rich country and the international multilateral financial institution like World Bank and IMF find a way to do a debt relief for you. But we still find mechanism. We don't want to give you the free money, so it's gonna be overspent. We're gonna do something to make sure you appreciate what we relieve and you don't repeat that failure again. Here I have chapter 2, affordable and long-term financing for government. We talk about domestic taxation and saving. Government borrow costs in the region have risen with shorter loan maturity. Okay. Now we increase it from 28 to 38% spending on education. Okay, what that mean? It means that the government basically pay too much interest, so they cannot have enough money for education and healthcare. In the area 2019 and 2022. So we need, a lot of fiscal market liquidity, hopefully. Well, the majority of government in Asia Pacific cannot do it. Second, strengthen public revenue collection. They reduce fiscal risk and thus borrowing costs over time. Now we cannot do a low tax. Now we should cover more personal income tax and property and wealth tax. Yeah, gather more tax, closing the tax gap. Right. Can generate fiscal revenue of 2%, 2.6% of GDP on average. So get more tax, put more income tax in that. Do what the developed country do. You're gonna refill the budget. Third, improving tax model through proactive and low-cost neutral can complement traditional enforcement. Okay. Do tax audit penalty, personal price, social responsibility, and peer and social pressure. Yes, does it mean that you pay tax and you use social responsibility by paying tax that serves the government, that serves society, and peer pressure that everybody need to pay tax. And what they do in Northern Europe, like Scandinavian, everybody pay the high tax, and they think that a common sense. If you don't pay the high tax, you have social pressure and peer pressure. That's how we do it. Pay the tax. It means that a personal pride, right? Yeah, they're kind of a bit weirdo in this area, but yeah, they gotta learn about the responsibility of pay the high tax. Okay, number 4, more developed capital market need to unleash sizable domestic saving region. Okay, country with low saving need to lift the labor productivity, provide universal access to healthcare and social protection to reduce the precautionary saving, improve with financial access and literacy. What that means is that you gotta provide more job and ability, accessibility to achieve some kind of employment, provide more affordable healthcare, health insurance, and do other protection, social protection, like other retirement plan or financial support to make your citizen reduce the personal saving. Because you need a saving a lot because you don't know what happened tomorrow, and you don't know the government and the society can take care of you or not. That's why we need a saving a lot of cash, saving a lot of money, and to keep that a lot of personal saving with no moving. If money not move, the finance gonna dry, right? Financial world gonna dry, and the whole cannot generate all the activity, investment, and trading, which is generate more value, will generate tax. And they don't do anything, just saving. Your economy go down. There's no way you can get in the tax of people just saving and gold and they bury on the hole under their house. How to get tax that thing? And the other strategy right here will not work if people keep saving. Okay, fiscal revenue and domestic saving are the backbone. Yeah, we see that here, domestic saving, backbone of affordable and long-term financing. We need low fiscal risk in the financial market liquidity, which just means it's just making other security, like bond and stock, more liquidity, money market fund, more liquidity to make the financial market move the money much easier. Okay, bring up tax potential, which basically taxing more of the personal income and wealth and high net worth people. Get more tax, you mean you can provide higher income to people in general speaking. better education, less inequality because now the rich get taxed more, lower corruption. Not sure about this thing, but yeah, hopefully that works. Okay, stronger tax morale for better tax compliance. Yeah, of course, intrinsic value. So that is something we call tax morale. Oh, like the pride, we have the case of Mark Cuban paid like $270 million tax this year for last year, and he proud of that. And like all other billionaire be shy or embarrassed, but they might not care because that's America. People do whatever they want and say whatever they want to say. That freedom. But if someone, of course, in the Asia and Pacific area have a tax morale, they feel that the intrinsic value of paying tax send us reciprocity when you're paying tax. You support for the future generation. So you're paying tax, higher tax. It means that you create more pressure to your peer and your society group outside of you to start to pay more tax because that is legal practice, the obligation as a civilized citizen, right? And of course, you don't want to under the pressure of the peer and other social group of do not pay the tax you're supposed to pay, and it induced perception, right? Yeah, I pay tax, you pay tax, we good. Pays tax is mean you have the high morale. Yeah, that's basically what they call. It's kind of a deep down into the social agreement, social contract theory, and of course, reciprocity idea in ethic philosophy. And yeah, not much people understand those deep down theory behind the paying tax. So yeah, hopefully that works. Okay, boosting and channeling the domestic saving. Yeah, let's just explain other 4 points. Say you're saving less because now you feel safe in society. The next chapter, the affordable long-term financing government by multilateral development cooperation basically have support from other stakeholder outside. Okay, news perspective. Okay, which we already know. Looking for ODA and other blending and support. Donor. Oh yeah. Official development assistant 22, just only half of what they make since 1970. Yeah, this means that people less making assistant. That's what they say. So the calling for United Nations-led multidimensional vulnerability index. So we gotta go through this index to see systematic approach to helping other countries with financial support. Okay, addressing under underutilized resource and capacity for the multilateral development bank. What that mean? Fresh capital injection from the multi-nation bank, and then they catch up with the growing development need in the country. So yeah, the bank will provide more capital for that. Okay, then last one, toward more developed line and long-term sovereign credit rating. So the credit rating agency should create a better, yeah, rating system assessment that support for sustainable development and a kind of other benefit beside a financial number and statistic. Well, maybe this term of green economy, climate finance, whatever new terms they put it on could be soon jump into the assessment of a credit rating agency to make some country have a better financial report so they can loan money easier and cheaper. International community need a new perspective to ensure the affordable and long-term financing of the government. Yeah, still same thing. Provision, yeah, I want to give allocation. Anyone to be divided smart way. ODA, of course, this thing is a key idea. Climate finance should adding down ODA, which means government receive the ODA. Need to include a climate finance on that. Bilateral, all right. So we just focus too much on political interest and historical ties. Now we focus more about the long term and supportive. and adopting the index that the United Nations already have to understand the multi-dimensional vulnerability of each country. Increase the lending, strengthen the system, improve the lending terms, right? In local currency to remove the currency risk, because the power different, if we have a currency war, some short of that so far. So as a small currency, of a small country, they have some currency risk up there. Be careful with that. And reduce some administrative burden. Okay. With a credit rating, more transparent rating approach, cover the long-term issue, which is the climate finance or whatever they say. Rating, give a better rating, right? Reduce mechanistic reliance, so we make grading more fluctuate and easier to people to understand and achieve a higher rating. Increase the dialogue with debt country, which means go talk with them more, give them a better rating. They can lend money easier, which is not really rational, but yeah, let's see how it's work. Okay, chapter 4, fiscal implication and global megatrend. 3 megatrend, nothing to deny that population aging, right? Climate change, there's nothing to say about that. Technology, and digitalization, yeah, nothing to say about that too. Demographic shift, climate change, yeah, 3 component. Now see the demographic. 1 of 5, 20% of person in the Asia Pacific region could be old age by 2050. 26 more year, a lot of people, 20% of our population go with old. What do we do? We want the old people come back to work by support them to learn more, even they old, so they can do more jobs that require less labor, physical work, on more mentality, intellectual work. Invest in old age healthcare. We want to provide them good healthcare, so 60 and 70 years old can work like 40 or 50 something. Expand the pension system, which is pretty hard now today. The pension system basically is a way that you reward for long-term worker. But if there are too much old people, old employment, that pension plan could be corrupt and break down. Okay, let's see what technology, digitalization. We need a creative destruction with new opportunity. We need new taxation model with digital economy, which is mean who make digital money would have some new tax for them. Stronger multilateral tax collaboration. So it means you learn from different country, different group, how taxing people. Insurers share benefit of a fourth industrial revolution. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We know why we don't remind that, but revolution, create more solution and problem. Okay, digitalize public financial management. Yeah, hopefully people will see the transparency of how the public financial management of the central bank and the government soon. But how many people understand it? Not sure. Okay, overall headwind for the economy's fiscal policy. Climate change, right? Environment degradation. Reduce product capacity. Wow. How do you improve the revenue? Lower agricultural productivity. Okay, not good. Okay, less productive workforce. Okay, not good. It's make the revenue go down, right? And how we do it? Invest climate adaptation and mitigation. Yeah. Post-disaster fiscal support. Yeah, what we do it a lot in Vietnam, middle area. Foster food security. Yes, important. So we see that we need to adjust this thing. Yeah, we see that the revenue go down and then expand going up. What we do? Last block list. Yeah, the Secretary General writing some lovely letter. But not read that today. Okay, pretty much yes for this part of the sustainability development. Today we take a look about this area. Let's see how it's going so far and ready for the general world level reporting in June. To see how we're going. Generally speaking, we're still off the track, and there's a lot of inequality and lack of data, run out finance support still there. Hopefully, we can solve that problem. Thank you.